Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared12 here bringing you another Minecraft Star Wars vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Stinger Mantis. The Stinger Mantis, commonly known as the Mantis, was a S-161 Stinger XL luxury yacht piloted by Grease Dritus in 14 BBY. Dritus transported the former Jedi Seer Junda and Cal Kestis on the vessel as part of their secret mission to rebuild the Jedi Order. And this ship here has been appearing in the popular video game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. The ship is in both of those and basically the main kind of transport ship and pretty much their equivalent of the Millennium Falcon. It's a really cool ship, and I think one of the more unique ones we've gotten in Star Wars media in quite some time, so very excited to get a tutorial out there for it. And surprisingly enough, there doesn't seem to be a lot of tutorials out there really for this ship, and kind of one of those that's overlooked and all that. So again, I'm really excited to post a tutorial for it, and yeah, basically give you guys a cool build that you guys can all enjoy on your worlds and all that stuff. But before we go ahead and jump in and take a look at the build, I do want to go ahead and say Happy May 4th. I'm obviously a huge Star Wars fan and absolutely love this time of the year because, it's Star Wars themed and all the cool celebrations and stuff like that they do for Star Wars, which is one of my favorite entertainment medias. So really excited to kind of jump into building a Star Wars build on Star Wars Day, and I think this one here is going to be a lot for many of you to enjoy. So with that, let's go ahead and kind of dive in here to take a look at the build. So basically, it's a very large ship, comes in at about 70, high 70 something blocks, maybe low 80s. I don't remember the exact count, but really good detail on this thing. You have the front up here, which has the cockpit for the pilot and co-pilot. You have the front little guns there. It's got some very small basic laser cannons. The siding here, you got your windows and all that stuff there, ever so slightly there on these sides of the ship. Lots of good little detailing and stuff like that, trying to keep it nice and designed. We also have the kind of intakes here, or they look like intakes or some sort of venting as we go back to this section. And then you have your gyro stabilized wings. So you have your top wing, which is able to rotate on its side. However, for the most part, the craft kind of has it in the vertical position most of the time. And the version we have right here is the in-flight version, and the other wing that is able to rotate as well has the engine mounted on it. So you have your third engine located on that right there. And this right here is all a gyro stabilizer and basically a rotating portion of the ship that allows these wings to change configuration and all that stuff. On the back here, you have your two main engines that are connected to the craft itself. So pretty cool stuff there. Lots of good detail in here on the back and all that stuff. Really think this ship came out pretty good. So this is the in-flight version here. And then we also have the landed version, which has the wing with the engine extended out to the right side, and then it has the landing gear also, and the landing gear here absolutely massive. So large landing gear, and you have the landing gear in the front and back, so you can have it landed, and then also you have the ramp here that you can use to get in and out of the Mantis as well. So overall, really cool build. Should be an awesome tutorial once done, and really is one of the only Mantis tutorials out there at this time of this recording this video on YouTube. So hope you guys do enjoy it, but with that, let's go ahead and dive in here to building the Mantis. Alright guys, so before we go ahead and get started here, we'll be going ahead and starting with our first layer, layer 1. Now, there are a few things I want to go ahead and talk about before we go and jump into this. The first thing is we're going to be building this ship half on camera, half off. What this means, I'm going to be building the entire center line of the build, and then the right side. It will then be up to you guys to copy the right side and basically put it over to the left side. So, basically just keep that in mind going forward, and we'll talk about that a little bit further when we get to each layer section. One thing to also keep in mind here is the ship itself is going to be built without any of the landing gear, without the engine wing, and we're going to be going ahead and doing those separately to basically complete each version. So again, we're going to have the in-flight version and then the landed version, so we're going to build everything that's going to be the same between the two versions, and then basically add on whatever we need to as modifications to the build. Now, with that kind of all out of the way, we can go ahead and get started here. Now, a few quick things also is if you do want to build this vehicle landed, you're obviously more than welcome to. You want to make sure that layer 1 here is going to be 2 blocks up from the ground level. So you can see here, basically, if I go ahead and place these blocks, the black representing the ground level, and you can see the yellow concrete there is representing that space between the bottom of the ship and the ground level. Very important to make sure that's correct, because if you have that off, it's not going to sit right. So just make sure that that's all squared away and good to go. If you're building this in flight, just make sure you have enough room to include that engine on the bottom here, which is going to extend directly down. So again, just make sure you have plenty of height to avoid any problems for the in-flight version. Anyways, let's get started here. Now, with this build, I did use some randomization, so you can see the stone. I used stone and andesite to kind of randomize the build. I'm not going to be doing this for the tutorial version. I'm just going to be building this strictly in stone, but just know that randomizing andesite into the build itself actually is a really good way to kind of help show some wear and tear on the ship, because the Mantis is by no means a perfectly clean ship. I did the same thing with blue concrete. I went ahead and mixed in some blue wool as well, which again helps kind of have that weathered look. And then for the section where we have our quartz, I went ahead and used some polished diorite in as a mix. And I think it works really good at trying to randomize up the ship. And you can see here, it just doesn't have that clean, super clean look that a Star Wars ship like this should have. So really happy with the way that came out, but just some options there for you guys. Now to get started with the build here, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a row of stone. So this here is going to be a row of 14, and it's going to be this center section here of the build. We're going to go ahead and then go forward from this row of stone with 3 upside down pistons. If you are on Java, you can place the pistons. If you're not on Java, I'd probably recommend just placing down slabs, some stone slabs instead of the pistons. But again, for my Java players, we're going to go ahead and place down 3 upside down pistons. We then want to place down 3 stone top slabs, and after those 3 stone top slabs, we're going to place down a row of iron trapdoors all the way to the front of the build for a total of 20. So after those row of iron trapdoors, we're going to then go to the end of our row of stone. So again, we have the row for 14 stone. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of blue concrete. Then we're going to place down a gray concrete block, and then we're going to place down 3 smooth quartz full blocks, another gray concrete block, and then a row of 5 of blue concrete, a stone slab, and 2 iron trapdoors to go ahead and bring us to the back of the ship here. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and go back up to this section here with our stone slab, and that's going to complete your center line of the build. So everything now that we build on the right side is going to be copied over to the left side. So again, we have our center line right here. What we're going to start with is we're going to place down a stone top slab coming off this one here. And we're going to go ahead and go forward with it with iron trapdoors. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 iron trapdoors. And then we're going to go out to the side here and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 again. Then there's stone top slab to the side, and then we're going to take our stone top slab and do another one. So you have a total of 3 now out to the side. And we're going to do one last row of iron trapdoors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 iron trapdoors forward. So it's going to look like that there. Now, after that's done, for this row that's going to be on our most inner side, we're going to place down 2 stone slabs, and then we want to place down 3 upside down pistons. Again, you can use stone slabs as an alternative. Then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 stone blocks, 2 blue concrete, 1 gray concrete, 3 smooth quartz, 1 gray concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue concrete, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 polished andesite, and a polished andesite top slab on the end there. Our next row, we're going to place down a stone brick wall coming off this polished andesite block, and then a skeleton skull going back from it. We're going to go then place down 1 and 2 more stone brick walls forward, then 1, 2, 3, 4 prismarine walls, then a warped upside down stair, and then a gray concrete block. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz top slabs, another gray concrete block, then 1 and 2 warped upside down stairs. Or sorry, actually they're going to be warped top slabs. So we're going to have 2 warped top slabs like so, come off the blue concrete, and also this stair here, we're going to go ahead and rotate so it comes off that wall like that. So it's going to look like that there. Then we're going to take our warped slabs. We're going to go ahead and go forward from these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then taking our stone slabs, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to connect us up to there. We're going to come off this last slab here. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 warped top slabs. We then want to go ahead and place down another warped top slab coming off this here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forward. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stone slabs forward, and then an iron trapdoor on the very tip there. Going back to our warped slabs, we're going to place down another slab or another row coming off this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 stone top slabs. We're going to place down another row of stone top slabs, and then another row of warped trapdoor or warped top slabs, and then one more warped row of top slabs, and then 3 more stone top slabs like that. So basically from up above, we should get something that looks like that there for setting up our base. And we have one last thing here on the back also, and that's going to be this section here. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and go off the second prismarine wall from the front. We're going to go with 5 top slabs. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to place down 4 rows of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, and 4. So we have our 4 rows of 5 and our 3 rows of 5 of our warped top slabs. And once you have that all done, that is everything you need to do for the top-down view, or for this layer. Looking at the top-down view for layer 1, this is what we should have from up above. Make sure you take what you did on the right side and copy it over to the left side. Also, feel free at this point in time to go ahead and throw in the randomization. It's a little bit kind of more easier to do, basically layer by layer, to make things a little bit more simplistic and you don't have so much to do at the end. But again, just kind of that's an option for you guys, but I do highly recommend it as I think it creates a nice look of extra detail on an otherwise pretty bland ship. Anyways, though, that is it for layer number 1 of the build, and with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 2. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 2. For layer 2 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be going ahead and first off by going ahead and going to this empty space. So in the middle, you have these 2 forks that kind of stick forward on both sides, and you should have this shorter row here in the middle. We're going to go right after the iron trapdoor, right in front of it, we're going to place down this deep slate tile block. So it's going to sit like that right in front of it. Then we're going to place down a stone block. We're going to place down 2 birchwood trapdoors, and we're going to open these trapdoors toward the stone block. And then after that, you're going to place down a 3rd fence gate. Or my bad, I think I was saying walls. These are supposed to be birchwood fence gates, and they should be open toward the stone block. And then your 3rd one here is just going to stay closed, like so. We're going to go and skip a space, and then place down an iron trapdoor, like that, 1 block forward. Coming off this iron trapdoor, we're going to place down another brick top slab. Then we're going to take our stone blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go ahead and place down another row of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, coming off of that. And we're going to leave the front for right now. We're going to go to the rear of our ship, and for our rear center line, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and going to the top of this iron trapdoor here. We're going to place down a black concrete block, and then 2 polished andesite slabs going back from it. I would also recommend that on this stone, or on this iron trapdoor, to place down a stone block, just to go ahead and cover up any gaps that might be shown from the bottom of the ship. Now, once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and start working on our outline. So from this, we're going to go ahead and place down another black concrete block coming off this here, and we're going to go ahead and place down 2 polished andesite stairs on either side of these slabs. They're going to be creating this little kind of scoop like so. On the back of this stair here, we're going to place down a stone brick wall, and then we're going to place down a gray concrete block. Now on this gray concrete block, we're going to go ahead and place down an item frame, like so. In that item frame, we're going to go ahead and place down an iron bar, and we want to go ahead and then place down a polished black stone button on the side of that block. We're going to go ahead and then place down a stone full block, and then we're going to place down 2 andesite walls over and another stone full block on this side. So once you have that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our stone, and we're going to go ahead and build 1, 2, 3 stone blocks along this side here. And we also want to go ahead and place down 2 stone blocks behind these walls, just again to fill in any gaps. Also on top of these stone brick walls here, we're going to go ahead and place down 3 stone blocks, again to fill up any gaps that might be present. Now after that's done, we're going to take our blue concrete, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 blue concrete, and then we're going to place down a deep slate tile wall right here, an item frame coming off of it, and in that item frame we're going to place down a blue concrete block, and we're also going to need to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood sign, and we're going to place a dark oak wood sign over the side of it. Just a little side note here, if you're on Java, you can do this feature. If you're not on Java, you're not able to place down an item frame and sign in the same block space. If that's the case, just place down the item frame. We then want to go ahead and also grab ourselves a warped button, and we're going to place a warp button on the side of this blue concrete block. Behind this wall here, we're going to go ahead and place down a gray concrete block like so. And then over from the wall, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 blue concrete blocks. Now on top of these 3 prismarine walls, we're going to place down blue concrete. And we then want to go ahead and grab our warp stairs, and we're going to place down 2 more blue concrete blocks forward on top of the wall and the stair there. And then we're going to place down 2 warp stairs like that to the side. We then want to go ahead and place down a deep slate tile block right here. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our quartz stairs. We're going to go ahead and come off this block right there. We're going to place down 3 smooth quartz stairs in our deep slate tile block. And then another 2 warped upside down stairs. We're going to go ahead and place down 3 more blue concrete blocks like this across. And just like we did on this side over here, we're going to place down a deep slate tile wall. We're going to go ahead and then place down a blue concrete block to the side here. Behind this wall, we're going to place down a gray concrete block. Then an item frame coming off of it, blue concrete, dark oak wood sign like so. And then also again a warped button on the side of this blue concrete block here. We're going to go then take our blue concrete. We're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some yellow concrete. We're going to place down 1, 2 yellow concrete, and then a stone full block right here. Now, once you get to this section, we're going to go ahead and grab some deep slate tiled blocks, stairs, and also some wither skeleton skulls. And for this, we're going to go ahead and go off the yellow concrete. We're going to place down 1 and 2 deep slate full blocks across. We're going to place down a wall on this side here, and then a full block right here. Coming off this full block, we're going to place down a deep slate upside down stair, and an upside down corner stair coming off it going forward, and also a wither skeleton skull coming off this first stair, like so. We're also going to place down an item frame on the side of this stone block, and in the item frame, we want to go ahead and place down a red concrete block, and a birchwood sign on the side of it, like so. After that's done, we're going to go and take our stone, and behind our corner stair, we're going to place down a stone block, and we want to go and then go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So in total here with your stone, you should have a row of 14 stone blocks. On the side of these blocks, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some light gray stained glass panes. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 glass panes going forward from that stair. Then going up to this section here, we want to go ahead and grab our andesite walls, and we're going to place down an andesite wall, a stone brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 andesite walls going forward. And then again, we're going to grab our glass panes. We're going to place down a glass pane here, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 going forward of it. So you have a total of 5 there. Then taking our stone and also some stone brick, we're going to place down a stone block behind this andesite wall, stone brick behind the stone brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone blocks. This first glass pane, you're going to have a stone brick block behind it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 stone blocks going forward from the stone brick. Then you have an andesite wall, a stone brick wall, and another andesite wall like that to bring us up to the front of the vehicle. At this point in time, you'll take what we did on the right side and copy it over to the left side. So again, looking at it from the top-down view, this is something that we should have from up above. I would also recommend now to go ahead and take the time and actually fill in the floor of the vehicle. Now, the reason I would suggest doing this is because filling in this floor here is pretty important to make sure that we don't have all these gaps here. So I would recommend just kind of going ahead and filling this in with stone. And very simple to do here, and just kind of helps basically get rid of those gaps there. So this is one of those things that I would recommend filling in. Usually I'm not going to tell you guys to fill in something if it's not needed. And honestly, this right here is going to be pretty much the floor of the vehicle. So you can go ahead and kind of just go ahead and take the time now to go ahead and fill that in. And once you have that filled in all solid, then you are pretty much good to go for this layer. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 3. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and take our black concrete, and we're going to go ahead and just cover up the top here of these blocks. And these black concrete blocks can be substituted for black glass. So if you are wanting to go ahead and do an interior for the build, you can go ahead and very simply use black glass as an alternative to the black concrete. But for me, I'm not going to be doing an interior, and I just kind of want to close this area off, so I'm going to be using black concrete. Now, once you have that done, you have this row of black concrete that's going to go all the way to the top of this iron trap door. And we're going to go and then just place down another brick upside down stair coming off the front of it, and that's going to be your front center line. Going ahead and moving to the back of the vehicle real simply, just on top of this first polished andesite slab here after the black concrete, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone block and then a light gray stainless pane coming off of it. So really simple, and that's going to go ahead and get us started here for this layer. Now let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing we want to go ahead and do here is we're going to place down a stone block coming off this and then a glass pane. So it's going to be positioned like so. We're going to go then place down a stone brick wall on top of this one, a stone block behind that wall, and then we're going to place down an iron bar on top of this gray concrete block, stone block, and there's a stone block right here. Coming off that stone block there, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass pane, and then we're going to place down 1 and 2 andesite walls over. Again, 2 stone blocks behind those andesite walls. And then coming off this andesite wall here, we want to go ahead and place down actually 1 more, and then again a stone block like that to the side there. Now also on the back here, we're going to go ahead and grab an item frame. We're going to place down an item frame on this block, and we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves red concrete. And we're going to place down red concrete in the item frame. And again, for my Java players, we'll go ahead and grab a birchwood sign and place it over the side of the wall as well. Now, once that's all done, we're going to go ahead and take our light gray stainless panes. We're going to place down a light gray stainless pane here. Then 1 out to the side, and then 1, 2 forward. And then we want to place down 1 and 2 more. So you have a total of 5 light gray stainless panes along the side here and 2 stone blocks behind those panes. We're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves blue concrete. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 blue stained glass panes like that across the side there. We're going to go ahead and also grab ourselves our warped buttons, and we're going to place down a warped button on the side of this stone block here, or blue concrete. Then we want to go ahead and place down 2 andesite walls with 2 stone blocks behind those walls, and then a blue concrete block right here. Now coming off that blue concrete block, we're going to place down 2 warped stairs upside down, and we're also going to go ahead and place down another deep slate tile full block located in this spot here. Once that's done there, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of smooth quartz upside down stairs. That's going to be row 3 there. And then we want to go ahead and place down another deep slate tile full block here. Then taking our warp stairs, we're going to place down 2 upside down stairs. And then our blue concrete, we're going to place down 1 blue concrete block. Then our 2 andesite walls, our stone blocks behind those walls, and then we have our 2 blue concrete on the end here, and then a warp button on the side. We're going to take our blue concrete, we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4 more, so you have a total of 6, and we're going to go and take our blue stained glass panes and run alongside of those 6 blocks. We're going to go and then take our stone blocks, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go and then place down our light gray stainless panes along the stone blocks. On the very tip here, we're going to go and place down an andesite wall and a glass pane on the side of that wall. We're going to take our deep slate and do the same thing we did before. So we have 1, 2 blocks, and then a wall right here coming off this one, and then we have a full block here. Then we have our upside down stair and upside down corner stair, and again a skeleton skull coming off this first stair here. Behind the corner stair, we're going to place down a stone block, and we want to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone blocks, which will then be followed with 1 and 2 stone brick blocks. And we're actually going to go and delete the last 3 stone blocks, and we're going to go and replace these with stone brick as well. So you should have a total of 5 of these stone brick blocks and 4 of these stone. So 4 stone, and then you have your 5 stone brick, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks, and then we have our stone brick again, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks like this going forward. We're going to go then place down an andesite wall, which is going to be followed with a stone brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3 andesite walls. Behind the stone brick wall, we're going to place down stone brick, and behind the andesite walls, we're going to place down stone blocks. And then taking our stone blocks, we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on those 6 blocks we just placed, we're going to go ahead and take our light gray stainless panes and place down a total of 6 glass panes. Then taking our stone, we're going to continue forward with 1, 2 blocks, a stone brick block on top of that stone brick wall, and then there's stone block forward. After that, we're going to place down a stone block to the side here, and then an andesite wall coming off that stone block. Next to this andesite wall and its black concrete, we're going to place down another black concrete block, another brick upside down stair, and then a skeleton skull on both sides of those nether brick stairs. like that to go ahead and create the front there of the Mantis. And with that, that's going to wrap up everything we have here for this layer. Again, just take what we did on the right side, copy it over to the left side, and this is what it should have from the top-down view. And once you have that all squared away, that is going to complete everything we have here for layer number 3 of the build, and we'll be going ahead and moving on to layer number 4. Before we go and move on to layer 4, I want to make one quick change. Now, originally we had this section here where we had our line of gray concrete all the way across. We're actually going to go ahead and delete that row, and in its place, we're going to go ahead and grab some deep slate slabs, and we're going to go ahead and then just place down a row 3 like that across these sections here of slabs. We do want to have that little bit of indent there as it is present on basically both versions, except if you have the vertical state or that stabilizer coming down. So I want to go ahead and just kind of clarify that that is what we want there. We want those slabs instead of those gray concrete there. Anyways, though, that is going to wrap up what we have there for everything, and let's go ahead and now move on to layer number 4. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 4. For layer 4 to get started with here, we're going to place down a black concrete block on top of this narrow brick upside down stair. So again, if we want to close off the cockpit and we're not planning on doing an interior, we're just going to use black concrete to fill this in to keep this, nice and dark so you don't see into the void here. We're going to go ahead and place down a black stained glass block forward of it, and then a narrow brick top slab to go ahead and create your front center line. Moving to the rear of the ship, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone block that's going to go on top of this glass pane. So just a stone block like that, and then coming off of it, we're going to place down a birchwood sign like so. We're going to go then place down another stone block to the side, another birchwood sign, and then we're going to go and then place down a stone brick wall. Coming off this stone brick wall, if you're on Java, we're going to place down a piston. If you're not on Java, I'd recommend just probably another stone brick wall, but for my Java players, we're going to go ahead and place down a piston like so. Behind the wall, we're going to place down a stone block, and then a second stone block over, in which we're going to go ahead and place down a grindstone, like so, and then a stone brick full block going forward from the grindstone. We also want to go ahead and place down a lever on the side of this stone block, like this, to the side here. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 stone blocks right here, and then taking our andesites, we're going to place down 1 andesite block here, and then 1, 2, 3 stone over. Coming off these 3 stone blocks, we're going to go ahead and place down 3 more stone blocks forward. And then for the start of our rear engines, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 gray concrete down the center, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of these polished black stone brick upside down stairs like that going forward. After we have that done, we want to go ahead and take our pistons, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of upside down pistons. An alternative to these pistons can be the use of polished black stone brick top slabs. Then we want to go ahead and place down a end rod, or 2 end rods coming off these stairs, and then a wither skeleton skull on the side of this piston. So it's going to be like that there for the beginning of our engines. We're going to take our stone blocks, and we want to go and place down a stone block on top of this glass pane here, and then we're going to go and take our blue concrete, and we're going to place down 1 and 2 blue concrete. And one quick thing we are going to make a change with is from the previous layer, I went ahead and kind of left too much stone here. We're actually going to delete this 1 stone block, place down blue concrete, and delete that 1 glass pane and place down blue glass pane anyway, so you should have an angle with your color like that on the side. Then taking our blue concrete, we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3 more blocks, and then we want to go and go 1 more over, and then a warp button on this edge one like so. We're going to place down a deep slate tile wall on top of this wall here. We're going to have an item frame that comes off of it, and we're going to place down a red concrete block in the item frame and a dark liquid sign over the side there if you're on Java. Behind that, just like we did before, we want to go ahead and grab our gray concrete, and we're just going to place down a gray concrete block behind that wall. Now taking our blue concrete, we're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 more blocks over, and then we want to go ahead and go 1 and 2 on top of those warp stairs. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some blue stained glass panes. We're going to place down 2 blue stained glass panes, then a polished, or a deep slate tile block here, and then taking our smooth quartz, we're going to place down 3 full blocks of smooth quartz, and then a white stained glass pane on the side of those blocks, then another deep slate tile full block, and then 1, 2, 3 blue concrete over. And on these 2 blue concrete blocks here, we're going to place down 2 blue stained glass panes, and then a blue concrete block here. We're going to place down our gray concrete again, set up the wall. So we have the polished, or the deep slate wall, the item frame, the red concrete in the item frame, and the dark liquid sign. Then to the side here, we're going to take our blue concrete. We're going to go 1 and 2 out to the side. And then we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forward. Then 1 stone block. And then we're going to go ahead and take our yellow concrete, go 1, 2, yellow concrete, and another stone block like this on the front. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down our deep slate wall on top of this one here. And then we're going to place down the deep slate full block. Also a deep slate full block behind that wall. And then we want to go ahead and place down a upside down deep slate stair, upside down corner stair. And again, the wither skeleton skull came off this first stair here. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone block that's going to go on this glass pane. So I just noticed one thing I completely forgot from the previous layer that we need to go ahead and add on is actually going to be the walls here along the side. So on top of these glass panes, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 andesite walls, and then 1, 2, 3 stone brick walls, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 glass panes. So just make sure you go ahead and add those, and once you have that added on to both sides, we can go ahead and continue on. And my apologies for that little mistake there. Anyways, after this stone block, we're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3 more stone blocks forward. Then taking our stone brick, we're going to place down 2 stone brick blocks. And then we have 1, 2, 3 stone brick walls. We're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2 andesite walls, and then another stone brick wall like so. Behind our stone brick walls, we're going to go ahead and place down stone brick full blocks, and then behind the andesite walls, we're going to place down the stone. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick block here, any glass pane coming off of that. And then 1 and 2 stone blocks, again 2 glass panes, a stone brick block, glass pane coming off of it, and then 1, 2, 3 stone blocks, again with our glass panes on the side of them. Then we're going to take our stone blocks, we're going to go forward 1, 2, then a stone brick block, and then we want to go ahead and place down a polished andesite block, and then a stone block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 andesite walls, with 6 stone blocks behind those walls. We're going to then take our glass panes, and we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 glass panes. We're going to place down a stone brick block on top of this one, and stone blocks behind the remaining glass panes. After that, we're going to place down a stone block on top of the wall right here, and then another stone block forward from it. This is going to be followed with a stone slab, and then a stone top slab. So you have a stone slab and a top slab. And then we just want to go ahead and place down a nether brick top slab that's going to come off this one here. And then a black stained glass block and black concrete, just like we did in the center there, to go ahead and fill that in for the cockpit canopy. And one of the last things we have here is on the side. We're going to go ahead and add this little light on the side of it, and it's going to be on this stone brick block. So the second one right here, we're going to place down an item frame, red concrete, and if you're on Java, a birchwood sign on the side of that as well. And that right there is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer number 4 for the build. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything and everything appears to be good to go. So here is again a top-down view of what it should look like so far. And starting to get a little bit of shape going on with it. We're starting to get some definition and starting to see a little bit of a resemblance of the Mantis. But let's go ahead and continue on to our next layer, layer number 5. Moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a black stained glass block on top of this nether brick top slab here. We're going to place down a nether brick upside down stair going forward from the top or from the black stained glass block, another black stained glass block behind it, so you have 2, and then a black concrete block again to cover the inside in and fill it in if you don't plan on doing an interior. That's going to be your center line for the front. Moving to the rear of the vehicle, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a stone full block on top of this one here on the center, a second stone full block back, and then a deep slate tile top slab. To the side of this, we're going to place down 2 more stone blocks, and then a andesite wall, and then a stone top slab. Then we're going to place down 2 more stone blocks in the same spot, a deep slate tile top slab, again 2 stone blocks, a andesite wall, and a stone top slab. So once you get to this section here, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 stone blocks, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a light gray stained glass pane like so. We're going to place down a stone block on top of this wall here, and then going forward from it, we're going to place down 5 upside down polished black stone stairs. So again, you have 5 going forward from that wall. Then on the second to last one, so this one right here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 of these sea lanterns across, and then we're going to place down 3 light blue stained glass panes across to go ahead and create the engines. We're going to go ahead and then take our polished deep slate stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 stairs back, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, like that, to go ahead and basically help create our engines here. And of course, we're going to take end rods. We're going to place down 1 and 2 end rods, and then a wither skeleton skull. And same thing will be done over here, except we need to go ahead and add our 2 stairs. So we have 2 polished black stone brick stairs here. Then we have our 2 end rods, and then our wither skeleton skull. Now after that is done, we want to go ahead and take our stone, and we were going to go ahead and place down a row of stone upside down stairs. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 upside down stone stairs. Then a warped upside down stair. And then we're going to place down, after a warped upside down stair, 1, 2, 3, and 4 more, so you have a total of 5. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 blue concrete blocks. On the 1 blue concrete block here, we're going to place down a warped trapdoor and also a warped button here. We're going to go ahead and then place down a deep slate wall right here, and then a gray concrete block right behind it. Next to the wall, we're going to place down blue concrete, and then we're going to place down 1 and 2 more forwards, so you have a total of 3 there. We're going to place down a deep slate tile block coming off that, and then a deep slate tile full block coming off the wall. We're going to go ahead and then place down 3 smooth quartz blocks in our deep slate wall, a deep slate block right behind that, and then 1, 2, 3 blue concrete. Then our deep slate wall, and another gray concrete block. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 blue concrete over, like so, and we're going to have our warp trapdoor here, and again our 2 warp buttons should be right there as well. Then taking our blue concrete, we're going to build 1, 2, 3, and 4 going forward, and we're going to take our stone blocks and go 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone blocks forward as well. Then we want to go ahead and place down a andesite wall and a deep slate tile wall here, a deep slate tile full block behind the wall, and then 1 block coming off here. So you have this design like so. And then we want to go ahead and place down our 2 upside down stairs. So we have 1 upside down stair here, and an upside down corner stair, and of course our wither skeleton skull like that coming off those. Also on the outside here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some glass panes, and we're going to go and place down blue stained glass panes all the way along the blue concrete, and light gray stained glass panes across the 4 stone blocks in the andesite wall like that. After that's done, behind the corner stair here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 stone full blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 stone brick full blocks. On these first 5 blocks, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light gray stained glass panes. Continuing on after this, we want to go ahead and take our andesite walls, and we're going to place down 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, then a stone brick wall, and then 1 and 2 andesite walls. Behind these walls, we're going to place down stone blocks, and then a stone brick block behind that stone brick wall. We want to go ahead and continue on for stone blocks. 1, 2, 3, stone brick block, 2 polished andesite blocks, and then we're going to take our light gray stainless panes and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glass panes along the side there. Taking our stone, we're going to continue forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone. And then we're going to take our andesite walls, 1, 2, 3, 4 andesite walls, and then a stone brick wall. And on the andesite walls, we're going to place down stone blocks behind those. And for those of you that are planning on doing an interior, you can go ahead and place down a stone brick full block here. For those that don't want to do an interior, we're going to place down a black concrete block. Going forward from the black concrete, we're going to place down black stained glass. And again, for those that don't want an interior, we're going to place down black concrete on this other side here to close this window off. And we're also going to place down light gray stainless paint on the side of this glass block. We then want to place down 1 and 2 stone full blocks, and then a stone top slab, like so. We're also going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of light gray stainless panes on these 2 stone full blocks, another black stained glass block, and another brick upside down stair here to the front. And after that, on the side of the stair, we're going to place down a birchwood sign on the side of the stair. And then in this middle space here, between our center line and the outside, we're going to place down an upside down stair here, 2 black stained glass blocks, and a black concrete block like that to go ahead and finish off the outline there for this layer. Again, here is a top-down view of what we should have so far with this layer all complete. And again, just kind of ever so slightly increasing the look of the build and starting to kind of see, again, more and more resemblance every layer. With that, though, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer number 6. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a black concrete block on top of this black stained glass block here in the center. Then a second black concrete block forward, 2 black stained glass full blocks, and an Arabic top slab there to the front. We then want to place down we're actually going to go back to the rear of our ship. And we're going to go ahead and place down a deep slate tile full block that goes up from this top slab at an angle, and then another top slab back from that. On top of this wall, we're going to place down a stone block, then a second one back, a andesite wall, and then a stone top slab. We're going to do the same thing over here. For a deep slate, we have a top full block, top slab, and the same thing for stone, 2 stone full blocks, andesite wall, and a top slab. Then on top of this glass pane, we're just going to place down a stone full block. Then taking our gray concrete, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 gray concrete blocks, and we're going to go ahead and place down 3 pistons on the side here. And then on top of the blue or the light blue stained glass panes or full blocks, we're going to place down full blocks, and then on top of the sea lanterns, we're going to place down sea lanterns as well. On the sides here, we're going to place down 2 gray concrete blocks, and we're going to place down pistons here all on the side there of those blocks. After that's all done, we want to go ahead and take our smooth quartz, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smooth quartz, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue concrete. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4 blue concrete over, and then taking our warp trap doors, we're going to place down 3 warp trap doors all on the side here, as well as a warp button on the block on the end there. We're going to place down 2 blocks across this space here, then a deep slate wall, deep slate full block, then 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz, deep slate wall, deep slate full block, and then 1, 2, 3 blue concrete, 1, 2, 3 over, 5 over, and then again we have our warp trapdoors on the side of those first 3 blocks, and then warp button on the side. Taking our blue concrete, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 forward, and then after that we want to take our smooth quartz. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smooth quartz blocks forward. I'm going to go ahead and grab a smooth quartz slab as we will need it here. And it's going to go 1 more, so you have 1 more forward, so you have a total of 6 smooth quartz full blocks, and then a smooth quartz top slab like that. After that's all done, we want to go ahead and then take our polished andesite. We're going to place down 2 polished andesite blocks here, and then an andesite wall block here, and then a stone block behind the andesite wall. Or rather, sorry, it's going to be the opposite. So we're going to have polished andesite, 2 polished andesite blocks, and then a andesite wall here, a stone block behind the wall, and also to the side of it. So it's going to look like that there. Then with our stone full blocks, or rather first our andesite walls, we're going to go from this andesite wall, we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 andesite walls, and then taking our light gray stainless panes, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 light gray stainless panes forward. Then taking our stone blocks behind the andesite walls and the glass panes, we're going to place down stone blocks all the way down. And then coming off of the iron or the light gray stainless pane, we're going to place down a iron trap door, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks, and then a stone brick full block, another stone block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 andesite walls. And then we're going to place down a stone brick wall, stone brick full block. And after the stone brick full block, we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. To this point here, stone brick full blocks. And then we're going to take our light gray stainless panes. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along the side there. Then after we have that done, we're going to place down a block here, and then a wall come off that block, then an andesite wall, and a stone block on top of the glass block. So it's going to look like that. Then we're going to place down 2 more andesite blocks forward, 3 stone blocks behind those, 2 more light gray stainless panes coming off those walls, then a black concrete block here. We're going to then place down a black stainless pane coming off that glass pane there, a light gray stainless pane. Behind these, we're just going to go ahead and take our black stained glass and place down 2 black stained glass blocks, and then another brick top slab on the end here, followed by a skeleton skull on the side of the nether brick top slab. In this middle space here between this outer row and the inner row, nether brick top slab, 2 black stainless blocks, and a black concrete block to go ahead and finish it off there. And once you have that all done, that is going to complete what we have for our outline for layer number 6. And here's a top-down view of what it should look like with this layer all complete. Anyways, though, that is going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for this layer. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, layer 7. And just to give you guys an idea of where we are with the build, we're basically right here at this layer. Layer 7 here is going to be this layer. It's going to go all the way across there. That's going to be right before we kind of get to the top section. So hopefully things get a little bit faster from here on out. We're kind of getting close to the area where we're just going to be topping this whole front section off and just having to worry about this little hump there. So anyways, with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 7. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 7. For layer 7 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a black stained glass block on top of this narrow brick top slab and then 2 black concrete blocks right behind it to go ahead and create our front center line. Moving to the rear of our ship, we're going to go and fly all the way to the end here, and we're going to go and place down a deep slate tile block that's going to be kind of an angle from this slab, so it's going to kind of go back from it and up. It's going to fill this spot here, and then an iron trapdoor coming off of that. We want to go and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4 stone full blocks, and then a andesite wall on the end here. Then we're going to place down our deep slate tile block, and then an iron trapdoor. And then again, we're going to take our stone, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a andesite wall like that. And then for our last row here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another iron trapdoor. And we want to go and then go 2 more of these stone blocks back. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a smooth quartz block come off this stone block, and then a dark oak with fence gate here. And then we want to go and grab a smooth quartz stair and place a smooth quartz stair like so with the back toward the outside. And just note, this gap here will be visible, so we need to go ahead and place down a gray concrete block underneath that fence gate just to make sure we close that area off. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then take our polished blackstone brick stairs. We're going to place down 2 stairs forward like so. And then we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of upside down stairs here. Same thing like this on this side here. And then we have our 2 polished blackstone brick stairs like that. After that's all done, we want to go and then place down 2 end rods, wither skeleton skull, 2 end rods, wither skeleton skull, like that, coming off those stairs. And we're going to go ahead and continue with our glass and our sea lanterns. We're just going to go ahead and build another row up for our engines. And then our gray concrete, we're going to place down 3 rows of 3 of gray concrete just to fill this space in. On this side here, we're going to place down a smooth quartz stair, then a dark oak wood fence gate, and another smooth quartz stair after that, followed by 2 more smooth quartz stairs, so you have a total of 3. We're going to grab our warp stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warp stairs. And then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 deep slate tile walls over with 3 gray concrete blocks behind those. And actually that middle block is going to be a solid deep slate full block. So it's a solid deep slate full block and a wither skeleton skull on it like so. We then want to go ahead and grab our dark oak wood signs. And we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign on this side here. We then want to go ahead and grab an item frame. We're going to place down an item frame here. In that item frame, we want to place down a red concrete block and a dark oak wood sign like that over it, like so. And then we're going to place down 3 blue concrete blocks here. And then a row of 5 smooth quartz. Then 3 blue concrete again. We're going to do the same thing we done on that side there. So in the middle block is going to be this deep slate tile. Then we have our walls to both sides, dark oak wood signs. On this one side here, we're going to place down an item frame and a red concrete block in the item frame like so, and a wither skeleton skull coming off this block like that. And again, we'll take our gray concrete and just place it right behind those walls and blocks. Now on the outside here, we're going to go and take our warp stairs. We're going to place down a total of 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these warp stairs. And then we're going to go and grab our smooth quartz stairs. And we want to go and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. So it's going to bring us to this point here. And then we want to go and grab our smooth quartz full blocks. And also slabs. And we're going to go ahead and go behind this second to last stair. We're going to place down a smooth quartz full block. Then 1 and 2 blocks, and then you're going to place down a top slab, like that. And you could also change these blocks here to actually be upside down stairs. Probably actually would work a little bit better. So you can change those to upside down stairs like so, with the backs toward the outside. And then we're just going to go ahead and grab our deep slate tile blocks, and we're just going to place down a row of 2 right here, and we can go ahead and then grab our walls, and we're just going to place down 2 walls right there like that. After that's done, we then want to go ahead and take our stone blocks, and we're going to place down a stone block on top of this wall here, and we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those blocks, then an andesite wall. Behind that wall, we're going to have a stone block, and then we're going to go ahead and have our windows we need to do. So for our first set of windows, it's going to be a stone top slab, then a stone upside down stair like this, a second stone upside down stair, so it looks like that so far. And after that other upside down stair, we're going to place down 3 stone top slabs, and then our last upside down stair. So 1, 2, 3, and then our last stone upside down stair, like that. Behind this, we're just going to go ahead and take our black concrete, and we're going to place down our black concrete behind those stairs and slabs all the way down. Continue with our stone blocks. We're going to build 1, 2, 3, and then a stone brick block here. On those 4 blocks, we're going to place down light gray stained glass panes. Continuing on, we're going to take our stone, we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, and then we have our next set of windows here. So it's going to be done with a stone top slab, then a stone upside down stair, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 stone top slabs, and then a stone upside down stair like that on the end. And again, we'll take our black concrete and just go ahead and fill this in here like so to close that off. And also from the previous layer, it looks like I did forget to place down stone blocks behind these walls, so just make sure you get some stone blocks behind those walls to fill in any gaps or whatever. And those black concrete can be substituted for black stained glass, again, depending on what version or what you're going for here, if you're going for an interior or not. After that's done, we're going to then take our stone blocks, and we're going to continue on from the black concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 stone blocks forward. And on the side here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 light gray stained glass panes. We're going to go then take our iron trap doors. We're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 iron trap doors going forward from the glass panes. In this section here, we want to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence gate, and then a second fence gate that's going to be opened up toward the middle of the ship. And then we're going to place down 2 more iron trapdoors forward, and then a stone top slab. After that, we're going to place down a stone full block coming down from the top slab, and then there's stone top slab, followed by a black stained glass block that should connect us up to that right there. Behind the black stained glass, we're going to place down 2 more black concrete blocks, and then 2 black concrete blocks behind this top slab here. This space right here, we're just going to fill in with stone, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Stone blocks just to go ahead and fill that space in there. Now on the front on this stone block, we do want to go ahead and grab ourselves an item frame and a white bed. We're going to place down an item frame on the side of this block with a white bed in the item frame, and then just a birchwood sign on the side of the stone block like that. And after we have that all done right there, that is going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for this layer. Just try to make sure I'm not missing anything, and everything seems to be good to go. So here is a top-down view of what it should look like once this layer is all complete. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 8. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 8. Layer 8 here is going to be a little bit of a longer layer, as we do have quite a bit we do need to kind of start to get filled in here as we get closer and closer to kind of building the roof over the main section of the build. With that though, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the middle black stained glass block. We're going to place down a stone slab coming off of this, followed by an item frame with a gray bed in the item frame rotated sideways, and a birchwood sign on the side of that. We're going to go then place down another brick slab, then a piston. If you don't have access to pistons, if you're not on Java, you can go ahead and place down another brick stairs instead, and to kind of get a look at what those would look like that, you would place down another brick stair. After that piston, we're going to place down a black stained glass block, and I'd recommend placing down black concrete underneath these 3 blocks that are going to be here with our stained glass, just to go ahead and again close it off if you are not planning on doing an interior. Then 1 blue concrete block, stone, 2 deep slate tile blocks, a stone block, 2 polished andesite, a stone block, polished andesite, chiseled stone block, polished andesite, 3 gray concrete, 2 polished andesite, 3 gray concrete, 1 polished andesite, a chiseled block, polished andesite, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone. And then we have a row of deep slate here for a total of 8. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4 black concrete. We're going to go and continue off our black concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have our deep slate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we have our polished andesite. 1, 2, 3. Our gray concrete, polished andesite, 2 stone brick stairs, back to back, polished andesite, gray concrete, 1, 2, 3 polished andesite, 2 stone blocks, 2 polished andesite, stone block, 2 deep slate full blocks, a row of 2 of blue concrete. Then we have our black stained glass, our piston or nether brick stair, nether brick slab, stone slab, item frame, gray bed sideways, and a birchwood sign coming off that like that to go ahead and create our kind of front row here. And after we have that finished there, we're going to go ahead and then go to the back and kind of work our way out from here. So start on the back, we're going to go and go on top of this iron trap door. We're going to place down a blue concrete block. We're going to go and then place down a total of 13 more. So you have a total of 14 blue concrete blocks, and you will need to fill this in going all the way back. To the side of this, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue concrete. Then we have 2 deep slate full blocks, and then our blue concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our next row here, we're going to have another row of blue concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This here will be followed up with a warp trapdoor that we're going to open. We're going to need to create like this, so it's going to kind of open to the side there, like so. Then we're going to place down another row of 14 of blue concrete. On the front here, we're going to place down a blue stained glass pane. Then another row of 14 of blue concrete. Just like that. And then another blue stained glass pane here. And then a warp trapdoor coming off the glass pane like that. Once we have this section all done, we're going to go ahead and then focus our attention here to the engines. Above, or basically the space here between these stairs, we're going to go ahead and place down a total of 3 pistons across like that. And then we're going to place down 2 gray concrete blocks down the center. On the sides of those blocks, we're going to place down some polished blackstone brick stairs. And then we're going to take our end rods, go forward 2 end rods from each of those stairs, and then a wither skeleton skull on both sides of these pistons. We're going to go then take our smooth quartz. We're going to place down a smooth quartz stair, come off those polished blackstone stairs, smooth quartz in the middle. We then want to go ahead and grab a polished deep slate tile block, and then a dark oak wood fence gate to both sides of that deep slate tile block. Taking our smooth quartz, we're going to go and then place down 1, 2, 3 blocks across, and then a smooth quartz stair. We're going to place down 2 more stairs going forward, and again, 2 more rows of 3 of smooth quartz going across. We're going to go and then take our warp stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warp stairs going to this point here. We're going to place down 2 more deep slate walls and 2 gray concrete blocks behind those deep slate walls. On the side of the walls, we're going to go ahead and also place down 2 dark oak wood signs and also a blue concrete block here in this section. We're going to go then fill this space in that's left open with blue concrete. And just so we don't forget to do it in the next layer, we're going to take some blue carpet, and on top of the walls and the gray concrete, we're just going to place down some blue carpet. So again, just in case I forget, go ahead and do that now. Now we're going to go and take our blue concrete. We're going to go 2 more blocks forward. Or actually, we're going to go ahead and go 2 blocks off of this section here. So you should have this 1 blue concrete block disclosed, which is going to have 2 blue stained glass panes. Taking our white stained glass panes, we're going to place down 5 across these blocks, and then 5 smooth quartz blocks behind that. We're going to place down 1 and 2 more blue concrete, and 2 blue stained glass panes, and a blue concrete block here. Same thing, we're going to place our 2 deep slate walls with dark oak wood signs on the side of the walls, and then we're going to place down our gray concrete behind those walls. And then we're going to place down our our warped stairs. We're going to have 1 and 2 warped stairs, and then we're going to have 2 more forward, so you have a total of 4. Then taking our quartz stairs, we're going to go and place down 4 stairs forward, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our quartz slabs, we're going to place down a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that going forward. Now after that, behind the warped stairs here, we're going to place down 2 blue concrete blocks, and then we want to take our smooth quartz, and we're going to build our smooth quartz forward. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 smooth quartz, so it should bring us in line with those slabs there. Once we're in line with those slabs, we're going to go ahead and go 1 block forward, and then a skeleton skull off the side of that. We're going to go and then switch back to our quartz stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quartz stairs, and then we're going to have skeleton skulls on these first 2 stairs like that. After that's done, coming off the quartz stairs, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 5 of slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Behind the quartz stairs, or behind this first quartz block here, or rather, honestly, we can just go ahead and start back here. Behind this, or come off this quartz block, we're going to go and build a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 quartz blocks forward like so. And we can also take our blue concrete and just do 2 blue concrete blocks right there. Now after that row, we're going to go and continue on with our full blocks, and we're going to go ahead and go a total of 5 past that slab. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then back to our stairs, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stairs like that. And then we're going to place down a row of slabs. That's going to be a total of 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slabs. Behind the slabs, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quartz full blocks. And these full blocks here are going to go ahead and continue to go forward, a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So it should take 5 past the slabs there. Then we want to go ahead and grab ourselves our warped stairs. We're going to place down a warped stair here. Warped stair coming off it, so you have a corner stair and then a normal stair. We're going to go ahead and then place down a birch stair, then a warp stair, and then another birch stair, like so. Now after that's done, we're going to go ahead and grab a polished black stone block, place it here, and then 2 top slabs forward from it. We then want to go ahead and go back from, or behind it with our stone, and we're going to bring this all the way down. So we're going to take our stone and just bring it all the way down this length here. And we're going to bring this all the way back, and we'll go ahead and just go into line with our black concrete. Like that. And then this section here, we can go ahead and also take our stone and just fill this in. So just like this, filling that whole space in like that. Now our next segment here, we're going to go ahead and place down another row of stone. It's just going to go all the way back to our black concrete. So it's in line with that. So again, just another long row of stone. And this is just getting us ready to build the roof on to the build in the next layer. So all the way here. And then our next row is going to be basically the same thing. So we have a stone block, and again, we're going to take this all the way back. And this should connect us up with the middle of the ship. And it's going to go all the way back here to this point. And again, you can do the same thing over here as well, just to kind of keep everything lined up and looking good. Just kind of helps clean everything up a little bit further. So once we kind of get to this point here, we are pretty much good to go. We have the front here. We do have to add the gun on. Really simply, we're just going to place down an andesite wall and 2 birchwood fence gates going forward from it for the cannons, and then a end rod and a wither skeleton skull. So real simple stuff there. And that right there is pretty much all we have for layer 8. Really simple stuff, just kind of getting everything ready to go for putting the roof on in the next layer. So this right here is basically what you want to have from the top down view. You can go ahead and fill this whole section with stone too if you want, but realistically you can leave this area open as it's something that's going to be covered here in the next segment. But anyways though, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer 8 of the build, and with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 9. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer 8. Layer 8, we're going to tackle this a little bit differently. We're going to go and start off with kind of doing our outer sides and then moving our way into the end, or into the center a little bit later. But anyways, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and start off by going to the top of these fence gates. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 of these warp slabs. And then we want to place down a birchwood slab, warp slab, birchwood slab. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37 of these slabs back. Let me go ahead and double check my count here. It is going to be 37 warp slabs back. After that, we're going to go and take our blue concrete. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue concrete. And then to the side of the last blue concrete block, we're going to place down one of the side, and then one back from that. And then we're just going to place down two warp stairs forward. And again, we're going to take our warp slabs and build these slabs all the way along the side here. And these are going to basically run almost all the way to the front here until you get to this point here. So this right here is going to be a total row of warp slabs of 37. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 daylight detectors. Turn these to the night mode, so the bluish color. 1 normal daylight detector. Another night mode one, another normal daylight detector, and then 3 more turn to that night mode going forward. Coming off these, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 warped trapdoors, birchwood trapdoor, warp trapdoor, birchwood trapdoor, make sure you close them, and then 2 more warp trapdoors. We're going to go and then take our daylight detectors, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and these are all going to be turned to the night mode, so that bluish gray color. At the end of that row, we're going to go ahead and take our warped slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 warp slabs. And then we have 3 warp stairs, 1, 2, 3. And then we have 2 blue concrete, 1, 2, 3 blue concrete. And then continuing on back from that, we're going to place down 2 more warped stairs like that going back for the time being. Coming off this first stair, we're going to place down a warp slab. And going forward from this, we're going to place down, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 slabs forward. We're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some quartz slabs. And we want to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quartz slabs. And then we'll take our daylight detectors. And we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 daylight detectors, all on that day mode. And then taking our iron trapdoors, we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one right here will open. You can use the debug stick here to close the trapdoor. This can be done by typing the command /give @p Minecraft:/debug_stick for my Java players, and press enter will give you this debug stick. You can then use it to go ahead and left click to get selected open. Should say false, or should say true. We'll close that to false like that to manually close those trapdoors. You can also use birchwood trapdoors as an alternative if you don't have the debug stick. Then up here on the front, after the warp stair, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 blue carpets back from it like so along those quartz blocks. And we also want to go ahead and grab some item frames and some yellow beds and birchwood signs. And along the side here of these 6 blocks, so these 2 stairs and 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, we're going to place down item frames, white beds or yellow beds in the item frames rotated sideways. And then we're going to place down birchwood signs over them. And this is going to go all the way along the side here of them like this. And that's going to basically be what we need to do there for that. Pretty simple and straightforward. Now, after that's all done, we can go ahead and now focus our attention here to the middle. So in the middle of this build, we're going to start off by placing down skeletons go on top of that stone block, and then a redstone repeater like this to both sides of it. We're going to go ahead and go back to this section here. We're going to place down another redstone repeater to both sides here, then an end rod across in between them. Like that. Then we're going to place down a lever on top of this gray concrete block, a daylight detector, turn that to night mode, and then we're going to place down levers on all the remaining gray concrete blocks around it. We then want to place down 2 flower pots back. We're going to do the same thing, daylight detector here in that center, and then levers all the way around it, like so. We're going to do the same thing we did for our redstone repeaters, one like this on both sides, and rod across in between them. We're going to skip 1, 2 blocks back on top of this first stone block after the polished andesite. We're going to place down a deep slate tile, 2 slabs. Then we're going to place down 2 pistons. Again, for my non-Java users, you can go ahead and use 2 deep slate tile full blocks instead of the pistons. then an end rod, and a stone brick wall. On the sides here, we're going to place down 2 skeleton skulls on the side of those slabs, 2 pistons here. Again, they can be used. You can use full blocks instead, and then a redstone repeater like so, and then a stone button here. So it's going to create that design there. Then we want to go ahead and go to our 4th deep slate full block. We're going to place down a lever, then 1, 2, 3, total of 4. Another daylight detector, turn that to night mode so you should have a total of 3 here. Then 2 rows of 3 of polished deep slate walls, or just normal deep slate walls, sorry. And then we're going to place down 3 rows of 3 of black concrete going across just to fill in the center. So that right there is going to complete the center there of the build. Now, after that is done, going ahead and continuing out to the sides, we're going to take our daylight detectors and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. And we're going to go and turn these all to the night mode, so that light bluish gray color. We're going to go ahead and take our daylight detectors. We're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to take our iron trapdoors and go forward 6 from there. And then we'll just go ahead and use our debug stick here to close them. Again, you can use birchwood trapdoors as an alternative. Then after that's done, we're going to take our warp trapdoors. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3 iron trapdoors and close them like so. After you have that all done, we're going to go ahead and then grab our quartz stairs, and we're just going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quartz stairs. Then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 warp stairs. A blue concrete block like that, another warp stair, blue concrete, warp stair, so it looks like this, and then we're going to place down a row of 3 of blue concrete between those stairs. We then want to place down 2 deep slate tile slabs, going back from the center blue concrete block, and then 2 levers on both sides. We're going to go ahead and then place down a piston on the end of those slabs. You can go ahead and substitute this for a full block instead, but for us we're going to use a piston, then another deep slate slab, and a daylight detector turned to night mode like that on the outside there. Now, real quick before we go ahead and wrap up this layer, for my Java players, we have all these pistons we've been using, and it's time to go ahead and kind of convert them to what they should be. So we're going to go ahead and obviously use our debug stick, and we're going to go to these pistons. We're going to left click till we get selected extended false. We'll right click the pistons, and it will get rid of that wood portion. And what it helps us to do is basically create a nice design here for these engines, and kind of helps us slope them a little bit. Helps just a lot with the overall shaping of the build. So we're going to go ahead and do that to all these pistons like so. And, you know, just go around your build and make sure you get all of them. So just like that, and there shouldn't be too many more. I think we pretty much got them all. And yeah, so the main ones are going to be on the back here, and then you have a few down that center section there. But once you have that all done, this right here is what it should look like. We'll take a look at it from the top-down view. Again, a bit of a longer layer here, but we have the whole kind of top section filled in here, so these next few layers will go by a little bit quicker. Anyways, though, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 9. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 10. For layer 10 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a deep slate tile slab on top of this wall right here in the center, then a piston, deep slate tile full block, and then a blue concrete block after that. We're going to place down another slab to the side, another piston, another deep slate tile full block, and another blue concrete block. To the side of these, alongside the piston, we're going to place down a daylight detector, turn that to the night mode, then a warped slab, and then a warp stair. Going back from the stair, we're going to place down 2 blue concrete blocks, a warp slab coming off this blue concrete block, and then 1 and 2 warp stairs back. Then we have 1, 2, 3 blue concrete, and then 1, 2, 3 warp stairs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smooth quartz stairs, 1, 2, 3 warp stairs. We're going to then place down a blue concrete block at an angle like this, then a warp slab, and then a row 3 of blue concrete across the slabs here, and then 3 slabs coming off those blue concrete blocks like that. And that's really all you need to do. Pretty straightforward, simple stuff. And again, up on the front here for my Java players, we'll replace those with pistons. We'll right click them like so, and you can also substitute those for normal deep slate tile stairs instead. That is it for layer number 10, and with that, let's move on to layer number 11. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 11. For layer 11, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a daylight detector that's going to go ahead and sit on this blue concrete block. We're going to turn that to night mode. We're going to go then place down a warp slab, a piston. This piston can be substituted out for a warp stair instead. Then we're going to place down a blue concrete block, a warp slab, a warp stair with the back of the stair facing toward the front of the ship, and then a row of 5 of blue concrete, a row of 5 of smooth quartz, a row of 3 of blue concrete, and then a warp slab on the end here. We're going to place down our warp slab to the side of that one, then 1, 2, 3 blue concrete, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smooth quartz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue concrete, 2 warp slabs, a piston, a warp slab, a daylight detector, and again turn that to the night mode, like so. We're going to go ahead and place down a daylight detector to the side of the piston and these 2 slabs. Again, we'll turn these daylight detectors to the night mode, and then we're also going to place down 2 warp stairs next to these 2 blue concrete blocks. Behind that, we're going to place down 3 warp slabs, then 5 smooth quartz slabs, and then 3 warp slabs like this toward the back there. And that is going to complete everything for layer 11. And with that, we have the entire fuselage, or entire main kind of portion of the ship here, I guess the fuselage would be the correct term, completely closed off. And we can then take our pistons and right click them here with our debug stick, and again these can be substituted out for warp stairs like that if you don't have access to the debug stick. So pretty nifty there, but that right there is going to basically complete the kind of fuselage section. And with that, let's move on to layer number 12. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 12. For layer 12, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a prismarine wall that's going to go on top of this blue concrete block here, and then we're going to place down a skeleton skull that goes forward from it. Behind the wall, we're going to place down a warped slab, and then 2 daylight detectors to the side of the wall and the slab. We then want to go ahead and place down a warped trapdoor on the top portion of the block, then a top slab of warped top slab, then a blue concrete block, a row of 5 of smooth quartz, and then we want to go ahead and place down a warped top slab on the end and a warped trapdoor. We'll also take our deep slate brick stairs, and we're going to place down a brick stair on each end of the smooth quartz, row of 5, just like that, to go ahead and get started with our vertical stabilizer. Now that is going to complete everything for layer 12. Pretty simple stuff. Again, take that same thing, copy it over to the air side. And once you have that all squared away, we're going to be going ahead and moving into a section of the tutorial which is going to be solely focused on getting that main vertical stabilizer built. So we're going to be going ahead and kind of covering everything we have to do here to get this segment built. So with that, we're going to kind of transition over and basically do that vertical stabilizer kind of all in one go. So that is it for layer 12, and that's it for the main structure here of the build. Here on out, we're going to be going ahead and just kind of building big segments of it. And both versions, the landed and in-flight version, are going to have this wing or the stabilizer that sticks exactly straight up. So this is something that you will be building for all versions. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, guys, moving into our next set of layers, we have layers 13 through 42. These layers here are going to be strictly building up the top vertical stabilizer, as you can see there in the distance. To get started with this, we're going to go ahead and begin by placing down 2 blue concrete blocks here, and then over here, 2 blue concrete on that side as well. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves an anvil, and we're going to place down an anvil that's going to go on top of this block here and this one, so basically in between those stairs. And then there's just going to be a row of 3 of smooth quartz across that section there. Now over here on the forward side, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick wall and then a end rod. And then on top of that end rod, we're going to place down an upside down quartz stair. So you have upside down quartz stair, and then you have 1, 2, and 3 full blocks going up. Now we're going to go and take our white stained glass panes. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 white stained glass panes coming off those blocks. So you'll get something that looks like this here. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down another 2 quartz blocks up. So 1, 2. And around this block here, we're going to go ahead and place down iron trapdoors. Again, use your debug stick if you're on Java to close them. And again, you can use a birchwood trapdoor as an alternative. And we're also going to place them on the sides here of this quartz block. Now, from this point here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walls that are going to go up. So we're going to go ahead and grab our direct walls. And we're going to place down a total of 6 walls up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the side of those 6 walls, we're going to be placing down iron trapdoors. And we're going to go ahead and be using our debug stick here to close them. So just like this for all of our iron trapdoors. Then after we have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 more quartz blocks up. And then we have a column of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 walls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, we're going to go ahead and take our iron trapdoors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to go ahead and close these all like so. So again, the same thing that we did before on the sides here of these walls. So just like that there. And you want to make sure that your walls are connecting to these trapdoors. So you may need to replace the walls or just kind of update them if you're doing the debug technique on Java. So just make sure that the walls are kind of spread across and connecting up to those iron trapdoors. Now after you get to this section here, we're going to go ahead and then have 5 quartz full blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 walls again going up. Let me go and just double check here. And yeah, so it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to have 7 of the diorite walls, and then we're going to have 2 prismy walls at the top. So we're going to go ahead and go up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 diorite walls, and then 1, 2 prismarine walls up like so. And then, of course, on the sides, like we've been doing, we're going to take our iron trapdoors and run these along the side of those walls. Not on the top there. On the sides again for each one of our walls. And then again, we'll close them with our debug stick. So like that on all sides there. And again, just make sure that these walls are connected up to those iron trapdoors. Okay, and then we're going to place down 2 quartz blocks to go up like so. So at this point here, we have this top block here. We're going to then go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks back. So you have a total of 4 or a total of 5 of quartz blocks across the top here. We're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 diorite walls down. And then we're going to take our smooth quartz and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to go to the 3rd and 4th from the top. We're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors. Make sure we close those flat. 2 white stained glass panes and 2 diorite walls going down like so. On the bottom of these diorite walls, we're going to go ahead and place down 4 quartz blocks to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor coming off the 3rd one from the top. Use our debug stick to close that. A white stained glass pane, a 2nd white stained glass pane, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a diorite wall behind this glass pane, and then 2 diorite walls like this here on the bottom. Now we're going to go ahead and go from these 2 diorite walls here, and we're going to go ahead and build 1, 2, and 1, 2. So you have basically 2 rows of 3 or 3 rows of 2, however you want to look at it. We're going to go ahead and go off the bottom one, and then down, off the bottom one, down, off the bottom one, and down like so. So that's going to kind of form this diagonal here for the wing here. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to take blue concrete. We're going to place down a blue concrete block here, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then we want to go ahead and go up with 3 more rows of 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up to the top there like so. And after we have that done, we'll grab some yellow concrete. And we're going to place down 2 yellow concrete blocks coming off this white concrete block or white quartz block. Skip a space, and then 2 more like that. So that is how you want your kind of blocks to sit, and then the rest of this can just be filled in with smooth quartz. So again, I'm just going to go and fill this all in with smooth quartz. And this here will complete the top portion of our vertical stabilizer. So just like that. Now after that's done, we're going to continue our way down this section here. We're going to go and place down a diorite wall that drops down right here. And then we want to place down a line of smooth quartz going down from this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 3rd block, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor, close it. We're going to then place down 2 white stained glass panes, and then 2 diorite walls going down. Then for our white quartz, we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to go ahead and place down our iron trapdoors on the 3rd and 4th blocks. 2 white stained glass panes after that, and 2 diorite walls going down from that. So again, just kind of creating this outline here. We're going to go ahead and then grab some blue concrete, and we're going to go ahead and go down from the wall here of diorite. We're going to go ahead and place down 5 blocks down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now on the side here of the 3rd and 4th block, we're going to place down warp trapdoors. And then we want to go ahead and grab a blue stained glass pane. We're going to place down blue stained glass pane like that. Now on the bottom of the blue stained glass pane, we're going to place down white quartz. And then another white quartz block in like this. And then down from this white quartz block, we're going to go and go 1 and 2 more. And then you're going to place down 1, 2, 3 white stained glass panes like so. We'll also grab a skeleton skull, and we're going to place down a skeleton skull on this blue concrete block here. Now once we have that done, we're going to take our smooth quartz, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 5 across this section here, and a second row of 5 on top of that. We want to grab some iron trapdoors. We're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors here and 2 on this side, and using our debug stick here, we will close them. And make sure you apply the same over here on the other side as well. And then on the back here also, on these bottom 2 quartz blocks, we're going to go and do the same thing for our iron trapdoors on the bottom ones like so. And then we're going to go and fill in this space with 1 and 2 rows of 2 of blue concrete. And then we're going to place down warp trapdoors on the side of these 2 blocks here next to those iron trapdoors. Now at this point here, we're going to take our blue concrete. We're going to go ahead and place down a row that's going to go all the way across this space here. And it's going to go all the way across, connect up to the front here, and we're going to place down 2 rows of 2 and fill that space in right there. We're also going to place down warp trapdoors on the side of these blue concrete blocks here. Now, once we have that all finished, we're going to go ahead and swap out first what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place down a smooth quartz block that's going to go up like so. So just like that. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a so we have that smooth quartz block like that. We're going to go and replace this blue concrete block here with smooth quartz like this. And then we want to go and go across 1 and 2 more from this. So you have a total of 3. We're going to go ahead and then go up 1, 2, up 1, 2, up, and 1. Like that, and it'll connect us up with that. It'll create that little stripe there. And this little triangle here of space, we're going to go and fill in with just blue concrete all the way. Once we have that done, we're going to take our blue concrete, and we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 over, 1 down, and then from this 3rd row here, we're just going to go ahead and bring this all the way up till we connect up to our walls. So right there. And then we want to go ahead and just fill in the leading edge here with blue concrete. So we have basically a 3 wide line of blue concrete going all the way up the leading edge, like so, and connecting up with that. Then after we have that done, we're going to go ahead and continue to do our striping here. We're going to go and go over a second one from this. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, like that. And then we'll just take our blue concrete and fill that space in between our quartz and blue concrete outline. So it looks like that there. And then lastly, we're just going to take our smooth quartz and just fill in this whole section here of the vertical stabilizer going all the way up. And this right here is going to basically create everything we need to have our vertical stabilizer here for the Mantis. So just like that, and we have layers 13 through 42 complete. So you're going to go ahead and obviously make sure everything is transferred over. The trapdoors mainly, as you can see here, I forgot to do them on this side here. So just make sure those trapdoors are transferred over. That's really the only thing you're worried about transferring. Everything else should reflect the same on both sides. And again, don't hesitate to kind of randomize it and throw in these different blocks and stuff like that to help kind of give it a little bit more of a worn and torn look. But that right there is what you're going for with that vertical stabilizer. And at this point in time, we're going to be going ahead and now moving into our 2 different in-flight and landed versions. Now, for the first version, we're going to be going ahead and just doing the in-flight version because all we need to do is add the stabilizer on the bottom. So that is what we're going to be focusing on next. If you are wanting to build the landed version, I'd recommend going ahead, just skipping ahead, using that time encoder bar or the chapters in the video description, and go ahead and skip ahead to where we start the landed version and covering everything we need to do for that. Anyways, though, with that, let's go ahead and jump straight into doing our in-flight version. Alright guys, so moving into our in-flight version, as I mentioned, basically what we'll be working on now is going to be this wing that extends down and that engine on the bottom. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go ahead and go to this section here. We're going to delete these 3 slabs in its place. We're going to place down a row of 5 of gray concrete. It's going to go all the way across this section like so, and should stick out 1 on both sides. We're going to go ahead and then drop down with 2 rows of 3 of gray concrete coming down the centers, like so. And then we're going to place down a gray stained glass pane there in the corners, like that, to help kind of create the slope. Then we want to place down 1 block on this bottom there, and then a gray stained glass pane to both sides. So we get something that looks like that there. We're going to take our blue concrete, we're going to go off this, and we're going to go up 1 and 2 more. And over here on this side, same thing. So you have the 3 blue concrete. Now after that, we're going to go and drop down, or actually sorry, this is going to go forward 1 more. So you have that space right there, and you're going to go down with your 3 blue concrete, which we're going to go ahead and drop down 2 more, so you have 5. Then we want to place down 6 stone brick walls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to be placing down prismarine walls, warp trapdoors on the side of those stone brick walls. Then we just want to drop down 5 more blue concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have your blue concrete and a design that looks like this here. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to take our blue concrete and we're going to go over from this one. We're going to go ahead and go a total of 6 or 5 more over. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a total of 6. We're going to drop down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or sorry, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill in that space across there. And we're just going to go ahead and fill this in here with solid blue concrete. So that will get filled in completely. Then we want to go ahead and go down from this blue concrete. We're going to go ahead and drop down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue concrete. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 off of these. And off those blue concrete, we want to go ahead and grab iron frames. We're going to place down iron frames like so, and dark gray beds in those iron frames sideways like that. And we'll also go ahead and grab ourselves some warp signs, and we're going to place down warp signs on the side here of those blocks. So just like that. After we have that done, we want to go ahead and then take our stone brick walls, and we're going to place down a row of 2 of stone brick walls down. And then we want to go ahead and grab our blue stained glass panes. We're going to place down 1 and 2 glass panes down, like so. And, it's going to be 3 walls down, and then 3 glass panes down. So it's going to sit like this for the time being. Now after that's done, we're going to take our smooth quartz. We're going to place down a smooth quartz block here, and then a row of 3 across between those gray concrete. And then basically all it is filling in the line of in between our blue concrete and those outlines to go ahead and just fill this all in with some quartz. So again, this is just going to get filled in completely, like so, and all the way down this section here. And that right there is going to create the wing that we need to have set up here for the build. And this next section here we're going to drop down to is going to start work on the engine. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into the engine here. So the engine here, we're going to go and go to this blue concrete block. We're going to place down a prismarine stair. And then we want to drop down 1 and 2 blue concrete blocks from that. On this first block here, we're going to place down a item frame. And in that item frame, we want to place down a red concrete block. And then we're going to go ahead and grab a warp sign, and we're going to place down a warp sign on the side of it as well for my Java players. And you're going to do the same thing over here on this side. So just like that. Now once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then take our blue concrete, and we're going to place down a block here in between these spaces here, and we're going to go ahead and take this forward. We're going to go and go 1, 2, 3, 4 forward to when you're in line right this, and then you're going to go and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 forward. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 forward. On top of this, we're going to place down another item frame, a red red concrete block in the iron frame like that. Now we're going to then take our smooth quartz. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz blocks. And then we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some polish, or just some normal, let's see if I can find it, deep slate. Here we go, deep slate tile stairs. And we're going to place down a line of blue concrete below this. And then coming off that, we're going to place down our warp stairs. And we're going to do the same thing here on both sides. So we have warp stairs like that. And we can fill the center space in here with blue concrete as well, just to kind of keep that nice and consistently filled in. Now, at this point, we're going to go ahead and then take our deep slate stairs. We're going to place down 2 stairs, or 3 stairs forward from that blue concrete. And we're going to go and drop down, and we're going to go ahead and do 3 stairs again. And we're going to drop down one more time, so you have 3 rows of 3 of deep slate stairs. And we're going to go ahead and then take ourselves some gray concrete, which we can grab from up here. And we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of gray concrete, and then a second row of 3 going down from it, like so. We'll take our warp stairs, we're going to place down upside down stairs like this, and same thing over here. And also we'll place down basically 3 rows of 3, filling in that space there in between our stairs, and we're going to do the same thing with the stairs over here on the other side of the engine. So like that. Now, once that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and then take our gray concrete, and we're going to go ahead and again just fill in the space here in between those stairs with 2 rows of 3. And then in this section here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a deep slate tile wall. We're going to place it here, and then 1 and 2 gray concrete blocks. So same thing here, the wall and the gray concrete, and then we're going to place down warp trapdoors on the side of those blocks. So again, like that on both sides. Now, once that's all done, we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some wither skeleton skulls. And we're going to place down 2 on top here, and same thing over here, 2 on top. So we have that section there done. We're going to go ahead and then take our gray concrete, and we're going to go ahead and continue this forward. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And coming off those rows of 3, we want to go ahead and grab end rods. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 end rods, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. After that, we're going to place down again 3 rows of 3 of gray concrete, and we're going to go ahead and place down wither skeleton skulls on the side of each one of those blocks. Just like that. Now, after that is done, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves some warped slabs. We're going to place down 2 warped slabs here to the sides. Then we're going to go and drop down with 2 of these prismarine walls. And after that, we want to go ahead and place down 2 warp trapdoors. Open them side, 2 on this side, 2 on the bottom here, again open to the side, and right here as well. So we're kind of forming the front little intake here. On the bottom here, again, we're going to place down 2 walls on both sides, and then we're going to go ahead and drop down. We're going to do our 2 top slabs, like so. And then down the center here, we're going to take our blue concrete, and we want to go ahead and place down 2 blue concrete blocks. So right here, and this line of blue concrete is going to run all the way back and connect up to this point back here. Now we're going to go and take our smooth quartz. We're going to place down our 3 smooth quartz stairs here, upside down. And then this time we're going to take our warp stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 underneath those deep slate stairs. And then we're just going to take our warped slabs and just take our warp top slabs and go all the way forward to connect up with the front there. So that's going to basically form the engine there, like so. Now on the back side here, we're going to go ahead and take our gray concrete, and we're going to basically do a 3x3 square coming off the center there, and then a second segment going back. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves deep slate walls. We're going to place down deep slate walls there in those spaces, and then we want to grab deep slate half slabs, and we're going to be putting those on the bottom and top. So 2 on the bottom, 1 on top, like that. Now after that's done, we're going to place down a blue concrete block coming off the walls there, and we're going to go ahead and place down a warped stair on the tops and bottoms of that block. We then want to place down a quartz stair on this top section here, and a quartz stair on top here as well, and a quartz block in between those stairs. And the same thing will be done here on the bottom. Quartz full block here, upside down stair there. And we'll also swap out this blue concrete here for quartz. So we're going to go ahead and just replace those blue concrete blocks for quartz full blocks underneath the stair section like that. Now after that's done, we're going to go ahead and basically build this back here with 2 more of these stairs and blue concrete. So just kind of extending our engine back just by a little bit. And again, don't forget the up top here as well. So like that. And then the inside here, if you want to, you can just kind of fill this in with some gray concrete. And just kind of fill it in nice and solid like that. Now, once we get to this point, we're going to go ahead and then place down a quartz stair here. And there's going to be a blue concrete block here. And then another quartz stair here. And just quartz all the way around like that. So we have our 1 blue concrete and then quartz throughout the rest of it. Then in this section here, we're going to go ahead and grab an anvil. We're going to go ahead and place down an anvil here. And on top of that, we want to place down a grindstone. So it will look like that there on top of the engine. Now at this section here, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some of the sea lanterns. So we used them a little bit earlier in the build. For engines, we're going to place down our 3x3 square here of sea lanterns. And coming off that, we're going to go ahead and grab our light blue stained glass. And we're going to place down 3 rows of 3 of our light blue stained glass. We're going to go ahead and then take our quartz stair, place it here, 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 and here. And then on the top sections, we're going to go ahead and place down quartz slab here, 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 and here. So look like that. And we're going to go ahead and have an end rod that's going to come off each one of these blocks here. And if you're on Java, we can go ahead and kind of fix some issues here. We can kind of cover the side of the glass with some of these item frames. You can fit them there in those spaces. Unfortunately, if you're not on Java, you will not be able to put those blocks in those places. So you may have to find an alternative or work out something different. But once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our polished deep slate brick stairs, or just our deep slate brick stairs. We're going to place down an upside down stair here, 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 and here. And then in those spaces, we're going to go ahead and grab dark oak wood trapdoors and place down trapdoors. And you're going to go ahead and extend this back 1 more. Like so. And then the last bits of things that we need to do here is we're going to go ahead and grab some wither skeleton skulls, some chains, and our iron trapdoors. We're going to place down a chain coming off the end rods, and then a wither skeleton skull, same thing here. On top of that trapdoor, side of that, and then down here it's going to be a little weird. You got to kind of do something like this, but it's unfortunately just the way you place stairs or place down player heads. You kind of have to go with that. And then on these stairs here, we're going to go ahead and place down some trapdoors. And then you can use your debug stick here. So we'll go ahead and just grab it again. If I can type it incorrectly, there we go. And we'll just again close these on the sides here. So just like that. And once you have that all done, that's going to complete the bottom engine. And with that, that's going to basically wrap up the in-flight version of the Mantis. So pretty cool stuff overall for it. And that's really all you need to do for it. Pretty straightforward and everything. So that is it for the in-flight version of the Mantis. And this is what it'll look like when it's all complete. Again, don't forget to go ahead and feel free to randomize up those blocks as much as needed and all that stuff to get that to work. One quick thing I want to go ahead and actually adjust real quick. I just noticed I did mess up on. We do actually have a little bit of blue that goes up. So we're going to go ahead and replace these 4 blocks here with blue and then these 2 blocks. So you have a little slight angle there that we need to add in. But once you have that done, that's going to be it for the in-flight version of the Mantis. And with that, we're going to be going ahead and moving into all of the other landed version ones. landed version features, which will include the landing gear, the wing to the side, and also the load or the entry ramp and all that stuff. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to the landed version. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our landed version. Again, just to reiterate. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our landed version. Before we go ahead and do, I want to go ahead and real quickly, again, just make sure we're all on the same page here, that from this white section here, we have a total of 1 and 2 blocks of space before we hit our ground level, which will be sitting right here. As you can see, I'm building this up in the air, but again, you want this to be sitting 2 blocks up from the ground at this time being, because we're going to be going ahead and adding the stuff on, and it's not going to sit right if you do not have it that positioned correctly. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Now, the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and go to this section here, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3 of gray concrete, and 1, 2, 3. We're going to place down a deep slate brick slab on the tops and bottoms here. And we'll also place down a gray concrete block here to kind of connect up in those glass pane areas. And up here as well, we can do the same thing. So it looks like that there. We're going to go ahead and place down a another line of 3, and there a line of 3 here. Then 1, 1, and then a deep slate slab on the tops and bottoms like that to go ahead and create our connection to where we're going to put our wing. We're going to place down a row of smooth quartz across the space here. And then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue concrete, and we're going to go ahead and do 6. And then we want to do 1, 2, going back, 1, 2. On these 2 blocks, we're going to place down item frames. In those item frames, we're going to go and start off with placing down gray beds. Place down 1 and 2, like so. And then we're going to place down a red concrete block in this one. And then we can take our warped trapdoors, or sorry, warped signs, and just place them on the side here again for my Java players. Like so. And we're just going to go ahead and then place down 2 rows of 2 blue concrete behind those 2 blocks to fill that in. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to go ahead and place down 3 stone brick walls, 3 blue stained glass panes. Then we're going to place down a warped slab right here, and a warped top slab on the bottom. And then in this space here, we're going to place down a anvil. So like that, and then we're going to place down a grindstone coming off the anvil. So, like so. Then we're going to take our we're going to place down a smooth quartz block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to take this blue concrete and we're going to go ahead and bring this all the way to the front, or to this section. We'll delete the button here and these trapdoors and have it go all the way in and connect like this, like so. And then we're going to take our smooth quartz and we're going to go ahead and do a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then our blue concrete is going to connect all the way here. We're going to go ahead and then do 1, 2 smooth quartz, then our blue concrete all the way across like that. And then we're going to go and do 1 and 2 smooth quartz again. And then we have our blue concrete all the way across. So you have a row of 4 here. And we're going to bring this all the way like so. So 3 rows like that of solid. Then we're going to go and bring this line of smooth quartz up. And the rest of this we can just fill in with smooth quartz. So this is just going to create the entire wing. And again, don't hesitate to just go ahead and randomize this up with some different blocks and stuff like that to go ahead and create some cool textures here. And so some wear and tear on the build. So that right there is what you want to basically have so far. We're going to go ahead and then place down a warped slab here, and then 2 blue concrete blocks over. Same thing on the bottom here, warped slab and 2 blue concrete. We're also going to place down an item frame on the tops and bottoms of those blocks with a red concrete block in the item frame. So like so. And then after we have that all done, we're going to go ahead and basically start work on our engines. And one quick adjustment we're going to make to the leading edge of this is we're actually going to go ahead and go to the second block that sticks out from the side of the fuselage. And we're going to go ahead and replace these 6 blue concrete blocks with 6 stone brick walls. We're going to place down 6 warp trapdoors on the bottom of those walls and 6 blue carpets on the top of them like that. So that's going to be right there on the leading edge and the leading edge only. With that though, let's go ahead and move into our engine. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started on the engines here. So to get started with, we're going to go to this blue concrete here. We're going to fill this gap in. We're going to place down a blue concrete block and then 1, 2, 3, 4 forward. Now coming off this, going forward, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks forward. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and actually 9. So 9 forward, and then a glass pane in this corner here. On the side of this block, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves an item frame again. And we want to place down an item frame here with a red concrete block and then a warp sign on the side of it like so. After we have that all done there, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some gray concrete. And we want to go ahead and go to the second block here. We're going to place down a row 3 of gray concrete across. We're going to take our blue concrete and do the exact same thing over here on this side, back to the same point. And then we can just fill in the inside here with gray concrete like this all the way in the middle here, so that gets completely filled in. Now on the front here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some prismarine walls. We're going to place down 2 prismarine walls like this on the tops and on the bottoms of those blue concrete blocks. Then we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some warped slabs, and we're going to place down 2 warp slabs here and here, and we're also going to place down the 2 top slabs like that. So again, we have our 2 slabs on the bottom, we have our top slabs, and then again our half slabs. So like that, to go ahead and set up our front engines here. Now once that's done, on the top here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some wither skeleton skulls. And we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 wither skeleton skulls, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we want to go ahead and grab some end rods. And we're going to go back from those skeleton skulls with 3 end rods. On the bottom here, we are not going to use heads. Instead, we're actually going to go ahead and use slabs. So we're going to use some deep slate slabs on the bottom here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, and then again the same thing for end rods, going back like so. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then grab deep slate walls, and we're going to go ahead and do 3 rows of 4 back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the bottom here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on the outer side here, we're going to go ahead and take our prismarine walls, and we want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 back. We're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some warped stairs, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warp stairs across the side here. Actually, it's going to be 2 less. So you're going to have 3 stairs here, and do the same thing on the bottom. So just like that. Now, after that's done, we're going to go ahead and then go to this side. We're going to go ahead and grab some iron trapdoors. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trapdoors, and same thing on the bottom here. And then we want to grab polished andesite slabs, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of slabs on the top and bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our smooth quartz stairs, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 to bring us to the connection there to the wing, and same thing over here. We can then place down 2 rows of 3 of gray concrete behind those stairs. We do the same thing there on the top and bottom to make sure those are filled in. And we're also going to go ahead and take a row 3 and place it down coming off this blue concrete, like so. Now we're going to go ahead and take our smooth quartz, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row after these stairs here, and it's going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 stairs. And we're going to go ahead and go on the bottom here, and we're going to do the same thing. So it looks like this here. Now after that, we're going to go ahead and place down our warp stairs on top. We're going to have 4 stairs like this, and, 3 stairs, and 3 stairs. So like so. Then in the middle, we're going to place down a top slab, and then 2 gray concrete blocks behind that top slab. And then on the top, we can just place down some blue carpet. Now once we get to this section here, or on the bottom, we're going to do the same thing. So just go ahead and do the same thing on the bottom here real quick. Then we have our top slab, or rather our half slab in this case. Then our 2 gray concrete, and the only difference here is we're going to go ahead and use some warped trapdoors instead on the bottom. So we're going to have our 2 warped trapdoors down there. Now once we get to this section here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our gray concrete. We're going to place down another 3x3 square that goes back like so. We want to go ahead and grab some deep slate walls again, and also slabs. And we're going to place down a wall right here, 2 slabs on top, 2 slabs on the bottom. And then this side here, we're actually going to go ahead and delete this blue concrete block, but we're going to go ahead and place down a line of levers. We're going to have 2 levers here. And then we want to go ahead and grab anvils. And we're going to place down 2 anvils, 2 levers on top, and we're going to have the levers flick down toward the anvils. Levers on top here, lever here, flick toward the wall, lever right here. Same thing on the bottom. Just have these flicked in like so. And this block right here, we're going to go ahead and swap out for some blue concrete instead, and also up top here. So let's go ahead and make that quick change there. And it'll look like that. Now after that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3 blue concretes down the center here. And we're going to go ahead and place down our warp stairs to the sides. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of smooth quartz in this segment. So 3 smooth quartz blocks, 3 smooth quartz full blocks on the bottom of the stairs, and 3 upside down stairs there on the bottom of that. And we're going to do the same thing over here. And on the very bottom here, again, we're going to have our blue concrete. So row of 3 of blue concrete, and our 3 stairs to the sides. We can continue to fill in the inside here of the engine if you want to. This is just going to be filled in with gray concrete. So we're just going to have that fill in all the way back to this point here. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves our sea lanterns and our light blue stained glass. We're going to place down a 3x3 square here of our sea lanterns, and a 3x3 square of our light blue stained glass. Now to get this all set up, we want to go ahead and place down a anvil up top here, and then a quartz stair to both sides of the anvil. We're going to go ahead and then place down a quartz stair upside down like that on both sides there. Another anvil in this spot here. And over here, same thing. Just like that. And instead of the anvil there, you're going to go ahead and place down a blue concrete block. So it's going to look like that there instead. And then on the bottom here, we're going to have our quartz stairs there on both sides. And then we're going to have to place down an iron trapdoor on the bottom here, so we can put down an anvil on top of it like that. Now, once that's all done, we're going to go ahead and grab our end rods. We're going to place down an end rod going off of the 4 blocks like this. And then in the corner spaces there, we're going to place down stairs here. And then slabs will go, I know I have slabs around here somewhere. Right here. Where slabs are going to go on both sides here. And then again, your upside down stairs and your slabs on the bottom here. So it's going to look like that there. And then we want to go ahead and grab our polished blackstone brick stairs. And we're going to place down our 2 upside down stairs like this. 2 right here. 2 on the bottom here. And 2 right here as well. And we're going to go ahead and then take dark oak with trapdoors and fill those gaps. So 1, 2. And you have 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. And it's going to sit like that. Then we just want to go ahead and grab our wither skeleton skulls and then some chains. We're going to place down chains coming off the end rods, and then a wither skeleton skull on top of the trapdoor or connected to the trapdoor right after the chains. And on the bottom here, it's just going to have to come off the chain due to the placement of skulls and how they work. And then lastly, we just want to go ahead and grab some iron trapdoors, and we're going to place them on the sides here like so, and we'll use our debug stick here on Java to close them. If you are not on Java, you can go ahead and use birchwood trapdoors as an alternative or something similar along those lines. Again, we're just going to go ahead and close them like so. And once you have that all done, that's going to pretty much do it for our engine that is on this outer wing, and we have the wing configured now for the in-flight version of the build. And actually, one quick thing also is we're going to place down 3 wither skeleton skulls there on the tip. So just make sure that's good to go. And once you have that done, you have the engine done, and the next thing we're going to go ahead and move into is going to be the landing gear. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our landing gear. Now our landing gear here is going to be fortunately the same thing on both sides. So basically we are going to have the same landing gear that is going to be located on both sides of this section. Alright guys, so moving into landing gear. Landing gear here is going to be a little bit tricky to do just because it's kind of the more complicated landing gear I've ever done for a build, and mainly because it just has some really massive landing gear. So we're going to be going ahead and doing it on this side, but the same thing will just be transferred over to the other side. So it'll be nice for the back gear, and then we have the front gear to do. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be going ahead and going to this section here, and we're going to go ahead and replace these stairs here with stone full blocks. Here we're going to go ahead and then build this a total of 3 more rows of 3 going forward like so. We then want to go ahead and place down andesite walls on the side of these rows of stone. So like this. And then we're going to go ahead and place down stone slabs underneath the last 2 rows. So stone slabs on the bottom of these 2 rows and skeleton skulls on the side of those slabs. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 rows of 3 of stone full blocks going across here. And then we're going to have an andesite wall on both sides, and then a polished andesite top slab. And we're going to go ahead and place down another 2 rows of 3. And then a polished andesite slab after the top slab. And then a stone slab like this to both sides. Now we're going to go ahead and then go to the top section here. We're going to place down a grindstone on these sections here and a stone slab between the grindstones. Going back from the grindstones, we're going to place down 2 stone slabs and then a skeleton skull on both sides of these grindstones. And also these stone slabs, or these 2 stone blocks here, we're actually going to go ahead and replace with 2 stone slabs instead. Now we're going to go to the bottom of these middle 3 blocks. We're going to place down 2 rows of 3 of stone slabs like this. And then we want to place down 2 rows of 3 of stone full blocks. So it kind of comes down like so. And then after we get to this point here, we're going to take our stone slabs and we're going to do a row of 3 across. And then we want to go ahead and do a second row of 3. To the sides here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a chiseled stone block. So they might actually be in decorations here. So we have a chiseled stone block here to both sides. And then after we have that chiseled stone block, we're going to go ahead and place down an andesite wall. And then a row of 3 of stone full blocks across. Now at this point here, we start to get into our landing gear, or kind of like our pads that the ship sits on. So for this, we're going to need some polished blackstone slabs, stairs, and also some gray concrete. Now we're going to do here, and also some polished blackstone walls. We're going to place down a row of 3 of polished blackstone walls like this, and then a polished blackstone stair to both sides. We're going to go ahead and take gray concrete and do a row of 5 of gray concrete underneath those blocks. We're going to go ahead and place down a polished blackstone stair like this on both sides, and then a slab in the middle and a slab to both sides. Then a row of 3 of slabs, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of upside down polished blackstone stairs. They're going to be coming off those slabs. We'll then grab a wither skeleton skull, and we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on the side of the slabs and the stairs. So just like that. Then we want to place down an anvil on top of this wall here, and then a polished blackstone stair behind it. We're going to take our polished andesite slabs, and we're going to place down a slab, and then a top slab. And then on the very end here, we're going to have a grindstone. So like this for the hydraulics there. And then we'll grab ourselves a lever, and we're going to place down a lever on the slab there, and a lever on the slab here. So you get a design that looks like that. And we're also going to place down a lever on the bottom of these stone slabs, like so. Now, after that's done, we're going to take our gray concrete. We're going to place down 2 rows of 3. Going back along the bottom here. Then we're going to place down polished black stone stairs on the sides, and then a corner stair, and then 3 stairs across the back here. Then we're going to place down a slab coming off these 2 stairs here with a wither skeleton skull coming off the side of the slabs. So here and here. And then a row of 3 of polished blackstone slabs. And then 1 slab going back on both ends. And then a wither skeleton skull on the ends of those. And then lastly, we're just going to place down an anvil that's going to sit right here on top, on the side of the stone block, on top of that corner stair, like so. And that is going to complete the landing gear. You're going to take this, well, the first set of landing gear. You're going to take the same design and flip it over to the other side. But real quick, before we do, I also want to go ahead and take a look at the doors that do open and actually expose, or for the landing gear to actually come out of. And that's going to be down here. And we're going to go ahead and go to this section here where we have these slabs. We're going to go ahead and actually turn these into quartz full blocks. And we're going to go ahead and place down a second row down from them. And then we want to go ahead and then place down a row of quartz stairs that come out like this. And we're going to actually extend this one more out to the sides here. So it's actually going to be a total of 5 of these. So it's going to be like this. And then we're going to have our end rods, 2 end rods that go across and connect up to those stone stairs. So it's going to look something like that there for that door. That opens up and it's basically supposed to basically sit on the ground with the landing gear. Now at this point in time, you're going to take the same exact design we did here and just flip the design over to the other side. If you need to, just use this one side for reference. I'm going to go ahead and do it real quick and I'll show you guys the final product once we have both these rear landing gear flipped over. And with that, I went ahead and copied the other leg over, or the other, yeah, I guess you can call it a leg, with the other landing gear over to the other side. And this is what we basically get for the 2 rear landing gear. And those are your big ones. So those will sit basically nice on the ground on both sides. And that is pretty much all you really need to do there for the rear landing gear. With that though, we're going to be going ahead and now moving on to the front landing gear up here in the kind of more, I guess, living quarters of the ship. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started with our front landing gear. For reference, we're going to be going ahead and lining ourselves up with this iron trap door that we have right here, kind of as a singular one that sticks out to the side here. And we're going to go ahead and go to the middle 3 stone slabs here, and we're just going to go ahead and break those away like so. And after we have those broken away, we're going to go ahead and start setting up our landing gear. Now this here is going to start with a stone slab. So you have a stone slab here, and then you want to go ahead and go back from this. You're going to delete another section of 3, and then another row of 3. And we're going to place down a stone full block. Now, on both sides of this stone full, or from the stone full block, we're going to drop down. We're going to go ahead and place down a andesite wall to both ends. And then we're going to place down a grindstone on top of the wall like this to both sides. Then we want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of stone blocks here across the bottom. Up on top here, we're going to have 1 block. Now, along the side here, we're going to go ahead and place down an andesite wall to both sides, and we're going to go ahead and delete row 3 down the side, down this whole section here. So we have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of 3 we're going to have to delete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, andesite walls on the sides of these blocks. And then we're going to take our stone slabs and we're just going to place down 6 rows of 3 all the way back to this section there to go ahead and get us started for our landing gear. Now, after that's done, we're going to go ahead and then go to our stone block on the bottom here. We're going to go ahead and go forward 1 and 2 more stone blocks, and then we're going to place down birchwood fence gates on the side of these blocks. We also want to go ahead and delete the iron trapdoors above these. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone slab coming off this one going forward. We're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 more blocks forward with andesite walls on the sides here. Then we're going to go ahead and place down a polished blackstone slab, which on the bottom of that slab, we're going to take our gray concrete. And we're going to place down a row of 3 of gray concrete. Then we're going to place down 1 block going forward and then a polished blackstone wall to both sides. Back here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of polished blackstone slabs in a second row, and then 1 block back, and then a polished blackstone stair, like so. On the sides of the stairs and slabs here on the back, we're going to go ahead and grab wither skeleton skulls and just place down 2 wither skeleton skulls on the sides there. On the sides of this gray concrete block, we're going to place down an item frame and a gray concrete block on both sides of the item frame, and then a dark oak wood sign on the side of those. So just like that. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and take our polished blackstone slabs, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 across, and then we want to place down a row of 3 of upside down stairs in front of this. We're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some end rods. We're going to place down 1, 2, and then we want to grab ourselves a wither skeleton skull, place it on the tip here, or actually, sorry, my bad. It's going to be a wall here, so we're going to place down a polished blackstone wall and then the end rods. So just go ahead and break those end rods. We're going to have the wall, and then we want to have 2 end rods, like so. And then we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on the tip, and a block here to both sides, and wither skeleton skulls come out those blocks, and we'll delete those blocks like that. So that is going to create that front landing gear leg as well. And this right here is basically what we have with the landing gear complete for the build. So again, really not really too difficult of landing gear. It's just kind of they're big and there's a lot really to do there. So basically, if you have this right, it should be sitting now flat on the ground, and we have our landing gear. The last thing I will be covering for this tutorial will be how to add the access kind of ramp and door to the build itself. So if you do want to have a way to actually get inside and do an interior and all that stuff for it, you will have the ability to do it. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to the loading ramp. So when it comes to the loading ramp, it's really simple to do, and honestly, it can be added onto either side of the build. So it's the same spot on both sides of the build that you can go ahead and add this. So if you want to have it on the ramp on the right side, you can do it. If you want to have it on the left side or both, you can do it on both too. Both sides have the same door that would slide down. And one thing I did forget to mention is with the wing here, you can also do this. You can also have the wing basically to the other side as well. You don't have to have it to this one side. So something I should have mentioned, but you can obviously have the wing flipped over the other side if you want to, or basically kind of vice versa, whatever you want to do there. So it kind of gives you some more playability with it. But basically, we're going to be going ahead and go into this section here, and you can see we have these lines of stone brick that kind of come down. So it's right after this kind of forward little windows slits, and this section here is where we're going to be building it. What we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and break a 3x3 square here. So we're going to go ahead and replace the blocks up on top here. So we're going to delete these 3 walls, these glass panes, and that wall there. And we're going to delete the blocks behind them. And then this row here as well. And that should be all we need to do. Now behind this, you can either have the opening that leads into the ship itself. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and close it, have it still closed off. So I'm just going to go ahead and use some polished andesite to go ahead and form the door. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to have our stone stairs. So I'm going to have 2 stone upside down stairs and 2 over here. And then 2 stone slabs to go ahead and kind of create that. And we can also place down a stone block here in this space just to fill in that gap there. We're going to go ahead and then take our grindstones or replace this glass pane here for grindstone, and also this wall here with a grindstone as well. Now for our actual ramp itself, we need to go ahead and grab some polished deep slate. We're going to place down 3 top slabs and then half slabs. So it's going to be kind of an alternating pattern here of half slabs and top slabs until you reach the ground. So we have quite a bit to kind of go down here with. It's a little bit of a tedious process, but once you have this in, you have your ramp that allows you to actually go inside the ship if you choose to do an interior. And this should be our last section here, like that. So that right there will bring us down to basically ground level, and you have your ramp like that. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and take our stone slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 slabs that kind of accompany these sides here of the ramp. So like that, and then we're going to take our skeleton skulls. We're going to do 1, 2, and 1. And same thing here, 1, 1, 2. So just kind of help shape the ramp a little bit more. And then we're just going to take polished andesite stairs. We're going to place down a stair here and here for the, again, kind of arms here for the ramp that lead up to it and are able to pull it back in. And that's really about it for the ramp. You'll be able to kind of go up it just like this, and you can enter into the ship and all that stuff if you make an interior. And I'd also recommend to just go ahead and take some gray carpet and put some gray carpet here on the top of the ramp as well. But anyways, though, that is going to basically conclude my tutorial for the landed version of the Mantis. And with that, that's going to conclude my in-flight and landed version of the Stinger Mantis. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. A lot of work in this build, so I definitely ask that if you do end up using this build that you do give me proper credit for it. This can be a link from the side of the build or a link to my video or this or my channel. If you do end up using it on social media or anything like that and posting it, just make sure you give me proper credit for the build. That's all I ask for doing these tutorials. It really helps my channel grow and continues to keep me inspired to keep on posting this type of content. So as long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, you're free for projects you guys are working on. If you guys are really interested in seeing an interior maybe for the Mantis, I might explore doing that in the future. But for the time being, the interior is going to be executed for this model. With that, though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.